Cancer horoscope for February 2020. Welcome, dear friends. This is your monthly horoscope for February, which will prepare you with the most important astrology events and how they will impact Cancer. This video is for you if you have your sun or rising sign in Cancer, like me. So let's begin with the key events. What would be the most important during February? First of all, Mercury turns retrograde on the 16th, and that's always important. However, I don't want us to over-exaggerate the importance of that, or to be kind of scared, or to try to put everything on hold, because life moves on. So it doesn't mean that everything should be avoided during Mercury retrograde. We will actually talk about the opposite, because Mercury retrograde in Pisces can be especially beneficial for spiritual work, for healing, for reconnecting with the inner self. And those will be some of the major themes of the month, because we are also going to have a new moon in Pisces, very spiritual, very healing, very creative position. And my favorite part of the month is the sextile between Jupiter and Neptune. Incredible spiritual combination, which is absolutely amazing for growth, for expansion, for creativity, for healing, for helping other people, basically for so many things, both spiritually related, but also having a concrete impact on our life, because Jupiter is in Capricorn, which is a very materially, practically oriented position. But as we said, overall, the theme of the month is self-reflection, connection with the inner self, slowing down, and nurturing your inner self. Venus and Mars are also going to move in new signs, which we will discuss during the video as well. And with that being said, let's begin with the 2nd of February. On this day, we have a positive aspect between Venus in 9th house and Pluto in 7th house. Very positive aspect which can make you empowered to concentrate on your goals passionately, and also to achieve them, to fulfill them, because they bring you joy. This is a nice aspect when it comes to our future goals, when it comes to traveling, but also relationships and love. More passion in your relationship, more intense emotions, but not of those which are kind of too much. This is like a balanced situation which just makes you feel more connected with your partner. So overall, that's a nice beginning of the month. Then on the 3rd of February, there is a similar thing, because Venus, again in 9th house, we have a positive aspect, this time with Saturn in 7th house. The themes are the same: goals, expectations of the future, and relationships. Amazing aspect for business relationships, for business negotiations with foreigners, with people abroad, or just planning about your future mutual goals. In relationships, this aspect can bring more stability, more reliable communication, and overall better structure when it comes to your goals and also your personal life. On the same day, there is another event. Mercury is also moving to Pisces in your 9th house. So overall, that's a great position for learning, exploring new ideas, planning the future, expansion, a different type of worldview, because Mercury in Pisces is very spiritual, can be very creative as well. And all of that can be used when it comes to your goals and also the knowledge you have. But keep in mind that this is also the position where later during the month, Mercury will be retrograde. So this is kind of a preparation. On the 5th of February, Mercury in 9th house has a positive aspect with Uranus in 11th house, and that's also a great aspect for new ideas, which are related to your future goals, to your future plans, but also it could be great for community work, doing something together with other people, and socializing. Ideas, creativity, excitement. Those are the themes of the day. Then on the 7th of February, there is an interesting ingression because Venus is moving to your 10th house. Venus in 10th house can help you to enjoy more the process of your work, your business, to attract attention to your work, and also for business negotiations, work with women, just doing things that you love, things that you are inspired, and feeling satisfied with your work. That's what this impression of Venus can bring you. Then on the 9th of February, we have a full moon, which triggers 2nd and 8th house. The axis related to our resources, our energy, and our money as well. So those are the two or the few major themes that we have to concentrate on. Find the balance there, or get rid of things that we don't need anymore, habits or something unhealthy which we are doing, and also to make certain changes. Maybe you need to plan your finances better on or in a different way, or this can also be the time when you can see the results from your previous efforts. This could be like a culmination where when you can see the real results of your efforts and work. But please pay attention to your energy balance and your health. You can make some serious changes and improvements in that area if you are ready to make the needed steps. Then the 16th of February is actually one of the most important days of the month because Mercury turns retrograde on that very day. Mercury will be retrograde in Pisces in your 9th house for the following 3 weeks. And that's a time to reconsider your goals, to reassess them, to change them. Something may not go as you have planned that, but I would recommend you to go with the flow, to trust that you are guided, that everything happens for a reason, and to listen to your own desires. Very often we have certain goals or expectations, and we are kind of concentrated, fixed on them. But life changes, and at a certain point you may realize that your deepest desires are changed. You no longer want that previous thing. So Mercury retrograde in Pisces in 9th house can help you to realize that and change it, fix that. Also great time for trusting your inner wisdom, for inner work, and overall this can be very inspiring. But be careful when it comes to traveling and also to all kinds of goals. You might just have to change them. On the same day, also Mars is moving to your 7th house, which is an interesting position. From one side, it can make you proactive when it comes to relationships, business-wise, personal-wise, but there is always a chance for possible confrontations. And with Mars in 7th house, you may feel like other people are provoking you, or there is something that needs to be fixed, so be careful with that. But even for romantic relationships, this can be very positive position, especially for women, because Mars is the symbol of the masculine energy, of the male figure, and Mars in 7th house can bring a new partner in your life, or can bring more passion. But as we said, sometimes it's tricky, sometimes it's kind of an arguing, you know, comparing, competing with others. So this aspect can push you to try new things or to go outside of the comfort zone because somebody else is provoking you or competing with you. It's an interesting position, definitely. And Mars will be there for approximately 2 months. So we are going to have enough time to process this energy for sure. Then on the 18th of February, the Sun is moving to 9th house, which is a very positive change from 8th to 9th house, there is always some kind of relief, something which is easier, something which is kind of more positive for you. So focus on the future, focus on your beliefs, work with them, focus on the things that you really, really want. Great time for education, for traveling. However, we have to remember that Mercury is already retrograde there, but with the sun there as well, it's an intense combination, and it can be it can bring, new type of worldview or kind of changing your mindset. So I'm always excited about changing mindset in a positive direction. Then comes the 20th of February, which would be the favorite day of the month for me because we have an amazing aspect. Jupiter in 7th house in sextile with Neptune in 9th house. Inspiration, creativity related to future goals, potentially including other people and partners as well. Success when it comes to communication with other people, doing something for them, helping other people, connecting, making a conscious sacrifice or showing your empathy, success in your relationships, as we said. So it's truly an amazing time to focus on other people, first of all, in your life, how you can help them benefit, because eventually you will benefit from that as well. And also your future goals, your future expectations. Trust your intuition, trust that you will be guided in the best possible direction for you. And the 21st of February is also very interesting because Mars in 7th house is having a positive connection with Uranus in your 11th house. Great time for some community work, for trying new things with partners or with friends or with others, and just be excited to take the new steps, to take certain risks, and to be more original in your approach. Overall, this aspect can help you, especially when it comes to communication and connections with other people. Okay, then the 22nd of February. The Sun in 9th house has a positive aspect with Uranus in 11th house. Great time to change something about your mindset, about your worldview, and also about your goals and desires. Other people may help you, may provoke you, or inspire you. Generally, the communication with others can be quite important during this time, and it can help you to grow as well. So be open-minded, share some time with others, be connected to them, and you may receive some valuable ideas or inspiration, or just share that with others. Change of plans and goals is also very appropriate at that time. On the next day, the 23rd, there is a new moon in 9th house, which is especially important when it comes to your goals, your mindset, the world vision. It's especially inspiring and great for spiritual work. Mercury is retrograde there, which makes this new moon even more interesting. Probably it's time to look back in the past, maybe restart something you have done before, an old idea, a dream of yours, a goal that you have had, try to fix it or change it or just restart it. And at the same time, Venus in 10th house is having a challenging aspect with Jupiter in your 7th house. So there needs to be some kind of reassessment of your goals and desires when it comes to your career and your personal life. Something might be kind of a, motivational force for you to make a change, some kind of frustration or just a new idea that you might have. But overall, it's time to change something, to focus more on your values and decide what would be more important. Sometimes you have to make choices between career and personal life, which, life brings those situations, we know that. On the 24th of February, there is another positive aspect between the Sun in 9th house and Mars in 7th house. Great time to focus on your goals, on the future plans that you have, especially if they include other people and partners, to do something together with them. And you may also inspire other people to do something. So overall, the communication with partners or close people will be very important and can boost your own motivation to achieve your goals or to do something together. And for women especially, this can be quite positive time for dates and spending more time with men. On the 25th of February, there is another trigger of your 9th house, because the Sun and Mercury retrograde will be together there. Time for intense mental work, ideas, but it's about diving deeper into your own mind, not listening to other people so much or what others want you to do or think you should do, but it's more about trusting your own intuition and following your own desires. Think about your goals. What do you need to change? Ideas may pop into your mind, perhaps related to the past. So listen to your inner self. Listen to your inner intuition. You may receive important guidance and ideas that you can apply later. The 26th is also very focused on the goals, because Mercury in 9th house has a positive aspect with Mars in 7th house. Taking action about ideas from the past, taking certain risks, and doing something together with other people. Maybe planning a mutual goal, a mutual project, and just be more proactive when it comes to your ideas. Even negotiations can be successful, but if that's about fixing something or kind of solving certain situation from the past, as we know, Mercury retro is not the best time for brand new connections, but re-establishing or fixing something about the current or the previous connections, that's a positive thing. And the 28th of February is also quite interesting, because we have two very different aspects. From one side, Venus in 10th house squares Pluto in 7th house, and this can bring some potential confrontations, challenges in relationships, but possibly in your work as well. Maybe you need to find the balance, or maybe there is some unnecessary drama you have to handle with. Be careful when you communicate with women. This may not be the most appropriate day for that type of work. At the same time, Mercury retrograde in 9th house has a positive aspect with Uranus in 11th house. Great time for changing something about your goals, maybe having a new type of idea. Again, that's something which you have done before, you have thought about it before, but now you may just see it from a different perspective, or this can be like a variation of this idea. Open your mind, that's the most important. Listen to other people, they may give valuable advice as well. And spend time with people, socialize, especially with your friends from the past. And with that, we have covered the most important events during February. As we see, the major themes are spirituality, self-reflection, reassessment of the past, healing, and just enjoying the time without pushing, without rushing things too much. Honestly, I'm extremely excited about this Jupiter-Neptune connection, and I cannot wait to see what it will bring us. I would love also to hear your thoughts, what you are going through, what you are excited about, how do you feel with those energies? Let us know that in the comments. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you soon.